Hey everybody, it's LaRonda and I am back with another video, and today I want to talk about, I want to show you something real quick, right? I'm going to tell you a quick story. When I was younger, this is when kind of my dating adventure began, and when I first noticed men who were non-black, because traditionally back in the 80s, when I was a kid and into the early 90s when I was, getting into the dating age or whatever, or getting interested in boys, I started to notice, back then traditionally you pretty much were kind of dating inside of your race or whatever. But for me, I grew up in sort of in PG County and Montgomery County, Maryland. And so there was a lot of diversity, and you had a lot of different people, immigrants coming in from all over the place. And I lived in a very, I would say, sort of diverse area. So as I was coming up, I started to see other boys at the time, because of course I'm like, 12, 13 years old. And so I would see boys of other races that I also would develop a crush on. I remember one was a Korean boy and another one was white. And I mean, I had huge crushes on both of these boys, along with, a sprinkling of other black boys and stuff in there in between. And so as I grew older and started dating, of course, I would date a lot of black men and had a lot of interesting times with a lot of black men. But then, through college, I also dated other men outside of my race, outside of my culture, because I also went on some dates with some men from Africa, which was interesting as well. And so as time has gone on, it's been many years now, especially since I don't live in the U.S. proper, that since I've dated, in any serious capacity, a black man. And so in all of that, it's almost, I don't know if it has become a preference, but maybe it seems like it, I don't know, that I have only basically dated men outside of my race for the last several years. Now, if you can see throughout this whole conversation that I'm having, and I'm mentioning, that I've dated black men and had certain preferences or whatever, I'm mentioning all of that, but not one time have I said anything negative about a black man in any of this conversation. I have not put a black stereotype or a black man stereotype out there to justify my preference or whatever you want to call the fact that I've been dating outside of my race for the last several years. I have not said a negative thing about a black man. But lately I'm seeing this rash of like misogynistic, misogynoir type commentary from black men. Like one I saw where this man was like, could anybody possibly be attracted to Jill Scott, or why would someone be attracted to Jill Scott? Or the whole conversation between 50 Cent and Lil Wayne about black women and they prefer the more exotic women that look like they're fresh off the boat and they can get any black woman anywhere and all this kind of stuff, and that's all fine. Like we're like saying things like we're just this regular thing that they can just have at any time, but something more exotic, as they put it, they preferred. Or, a post from Snoop where he posted this woman, her before and after makeup, and said, that he said something about like she went from all her life that she had to fight to a whole entanglement situation. I don't know if I'll be able to post it. I'll try to find the post. But what bothers me about this is that for me, it's okay and perfectly fine for anybody, black, white, or otherwise, to have a preference when dating. You have things that you're attracted to, and that's great. But where it becomes problematic is when you have to start putting down black women, because you want to justify your preference. you know, like in the case where people have commented on my channel that black women are trash and black women are loud and black women are this, black women are that. And why is that necessary? Like, why is it necessary to say those and such negative things as if it's equal across the board that all black women are loud? Because all of them are not. We are not a monolithic people. There are several personality types across the black spectrum, you know, and you can have any number of black people with any number of those personality traits, none of which are necessarily loud or whatever. And so to make it a business, like make it your business to be negative or to put negative things out about black women because we are not your preference is ludicrous, ridiculous, and unnecessary to me. You can have a preference without putting down another person or a whole race or cross section of women. What is the reason for it? At the end of the day, what does it accomplish? If your mother was black, your grandmother was black, your great-grandmother is black, your sisters, your brothers, all these people are black, what is it accomplishing for you to put another black woman down because she is not your preference? And I just demonstrated for you that it is possible to have a preference to date outside of your race without being negative about the opposite sex of the same race. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is not necessary, it is not important part of the conversation for you to do that. And I would really appreciate it if the black men that have this as their, you know, modus operandi, that you would please leave black women and our likeness, our you know, leave us out of it. You know, you don't need to post our before and after makeup pictures on your page to make fun of us or talk about how, you know, we look so bad or whatever, or, you know, all of that is not necessary. Have your preference, do what you want to do, but leave us out of it. That's all I have to say on that. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Let me know whether you like the videos in the comments. If you have this situation, if you've seen comments from black men and you want to share those comments with me and with the viewers, please do, so we can have a conversation about this in the comments. If you like the video, hit a thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. I've also just created some journals, so if you're interested in writing in journals and that's something you love to do, I'll link that in the description below, as well as some t-shirts that I'm working on creating. I will link those in the description as well. Thank you so much for watching. Happy dating, everybody. Bye-bye.